There's really two applications for the TD for even somebody that might have an X4, X4D on the boat. I mean, there's kind of two applications where that still a really valuable piece of equipment, to add kind of their arsenal. First one is there's nothing faster, and what I mean by that is in the 5 foot mode, where it shows you the water temperature every 5 feet. You can motor out, and if you're a guy like me, right, and fishes on the weekend, and I don't know where temp is. Now, fortunately, I got buddies like, I can say, hey, and they'll actually, whatever. But beyond that, if I don't know where I'm going, it is way faster to send the TD down on a rod and reel with some 2-3 ounces of weight. I usually use a 3. It's way faster to run out 100 feet of water, drop the TD down, see my water temp every 5 feet, than it is to run out, lower a downrigger, raise a downrigger. Okay, well, it's not here. I got to keep going. So that's application number one. Application number two is, like Vince was saying, as far as knowing where your tackle is running. You can let that TD, you set it to what we call the by depth mode, where it only gives you the maximum depth. You have your Dipsy diver out there running, and you clip that thing over the line, turn it on, let it slide down to the Dipsy diver. It'll tell you exactly what the maximum, or to the nearest foot, it'll tell you the maximum depth in there. And over the course of time, just by writing down that information, let's say you're going to pull that Dipsy anyways, and it's out 175 on a number 2. Before you clear that line, you're going to change lures. Maybe you're done for the day. Run the TD down, takes an extra minute, whatever. Crank it in, write the information down. Over the course of a few days of fishing, month of fishing, whatever, you end up with a lot of data. Then at that point, you can go back, make a little spreadsheet at home, and now you have a depth chart for how your tackle runs. So now the stuff on the back of the package sometimes gets you close, sometimes it's not even close. Who runs Dipsy divers on 25-pound model anymore, right? I mean, so right. Now you've actually got data that's derived from from the tackle on your boat. So those are kind of the two things that the TD does, even if you have a regular fish hawk system on the boat. So.
And you were talking yesterday in a seminar, people were asking kind of when to do it. And you're like, well, you can go out and spend a whole day going through, or you can do like what you just said, which is, end of the day, you're ready to pull that rod.
I don't like dropping divers or copper and reeling it back in more than anybody else does. Certainly not these guys that do it every day. So just by accumulating that data over the course of a season or a couple weeks or whatever, you just keep filling in your spreadsheet essentially, and you end up with a lot of data pretty quickly.